Alright, here we are in a Pauper match, playing against HGB86, and yeah, this hand looks pretty good. 2 out of 3 combo pieces. We have a turn 1 Soul Warden, so we'll keep. Opponent won the die roll, unfortunately, so he's going first. We'll see what we're playing against. Opponent in the tank over what to open with. Ooh, okay. Artifact, Bone Splitter. Okay, so we're playing against Affinity. Affinity, in general, is a decent matchup. Obviously, Galvanic Blast is pretty annoying. Not sure, what kind of counter magic they'll have, but, yeah, I think generally, Affinity tends to tap out a lot, and if they tap out, hopefully we can just kill them. So, yeah. So we've got the Soul Sisters. Next turn, probably just play Devoted Druid. Ooh, Thoughtcast. That can't be good. We're not really under a lot of pressure yet, which is good. So we'll just poke. He's going to take it. He's thinking about it. Oh. Alright. We're winning. Okay, so play a Forest and Devoted Druid. And this is the point where the opponent is saying, what am I playing against right now? Yeah, Devoted Druid. And gain a life. Yield to this. I think I missed right-clicking on it. Alright, cool. So we've got Devoted Druids for days, which means it'd be nice to start trying. Okay, so what we can do now is we can commune with nature and try to find an Auramancer, or sorry, not an Auramancer, and a Heliod's Pilgrim, and then play that and search up the Sigil, and then we can go. If we have a bunch of Devoted Druids in play, we can just go right into Presence and Sigil in the same turn. Ooh, Galvanic Blast on our Soul Warden. Well, that's probably good. Probably just want to get that out of his hand. Plains is probably a good draw. Why do the lands look so washed out on Magic Online? That's weird. So I'll probably play a Devoted. I can actually do a lot here. So play a Soul Warden. I guess that was probably wrong, because I probably wanted to just commune, and if I found a Heliod's Pilgrim, I would just play that, or if I found a Midnight Guard, I would just play that, but, yeah, so that was probably wrong, but it's, yeah, that was a mistake, for sure. But hopefully it won't be too bad. How did the opponent play? Oh, they had a Chromatic Star. I didn't notice that. Okay. I was like, how did they play Galvanic Blast when they're on 2 blue lands? Commune with nature. This eagle or whatever. So yeah, Midnight Guard or... Ooh, okay. So we see 2 sigils and... Alright, so I guess we're taking Auramancer. Where do these go? They go on the bottom. Okay, so we just bottomed 2 sigils, which is pretty awkward. But not too bad. We'll probably be okay. Auramancer's good to have. This means that we can, if we have nothing else to do, we can just play out this Presence of God now. And then the jig is up. The jig is up. The opponent will know. Bone Splitter. Okay, that's fine. Bone Splitter's a lot less scary with no creatures in play. Ooh, so there's a Sigil. Okay. So we should be able to combo off here. Yes, we can combo off here. Okay, so let's cast this. Target this, pay this much. Yeah, we definitely want to do this while our opponent is tapped out. For sure. So Sigil is in play. And then we'll see. Then the next thing we have to overcome is is our opponent going to concede? Because if they don't, it's pretty awkward. I'm not quite sure what they could do, but Pyroclasm is not a common, is it? Is Pyroclasm uncommon? I'm not positive. Okay. So, yeah, the opponent needs to hit F6. So we'll make an elf. Oh, it's pretty easy to misclick here. Always yield. It's pretty easy to misclick here, and oh, okay, cool. So the opponent scoops. We made 1 token. So we're playing against Affinity, so I definitely want Journey to Nowhere. They will probably be playing something, suiting it up with a Bone Splitter, and then we just want to get rid of it. Naturalize is probably pretty good. Do I want to bring in 4 of them, though? I probably don't want to bring in 4. Ephemeral Shields is probably not good. Galvanic Blast is the only card that we have to worry about. The Affinity doesn't really play like Lightning Bolts or anything like that, which is like mainly the kind of thing that card is for. One more cut. Like maybe we don't want Naturalize, but like it seems like it could get us out of a jam. I'll play 1 Naturalize. I didn't really see anything that I like. I wouldn't want to use it to destroy a Bone Splitter. If there's like an Ornithopter with a lot of Bone Splitters on it, then I would want to destroy that. But I don't know. It's unclear if Naturalize is actually good. We'll see. I'll see what they do. If we lose this game, we can board in more Naturalizes for sure. Yeah, this hand looks pretty decent. We can go Devoted Druid into Heliod's Pilgrim. Search up some of our classic auras. So now that the opponent knows kind of what our game plan is, ooh, nice Blossoming Sands. Now that this looks really washed out too. Why is it like that? It looks fine there. Yeah, now that the opponent kind of knows what we're up to, they're probably far more likely to do something like use a Galvanic Blast on a Soul Warden, which is what they did last game. And they're probably a lot less likely to tap out. Oh, Great Furnace. Okay, that's not good. So now begins the time of playing around Galvanic Blast. So I'll play out the Devoted Druid. If this eats a Galvanic Blast, that won't be the end of the world. We do have an Auramancer if we need to recover one of our auras. Golem Foundry, so put a charge counter on it, remove 3 counters, makes a 3/3 Golem. That's pretty strong. Artifact Spell, so not lands, which has got to be good for us. Ooh, second Devoted Druid, that's a pretty good draw. I think I'm willing to just... Yeah, I think I'm willing to just play out a Pilgrim and tutor up a Presence of Gond here. That way, if we top deck a Midnight Guard... Yes, I will use the ability. That way, if we top deck a Midnight Guard, we could just get the ball rolling. Not gonna attack with our 0 power Druid. Okay. Darksteel Citadel. Okay. Ooh, Ethereum Sculptor. That's pretty good. Artifact spells cost 1 less to cast. Second Golem Foundry. Jeez, so this is like the Golem Foundry deck. I mean... Chromatic Sphere. Oh, for free. I mean, I'm not super concerned at this point. Like, ooh, Frogmite. Okay, now I'm slightly concerned. Remove 3 charge counters. So I guess Commune with Nature. Well, that's a good draw. I'm just gonna play that. So I guess that Naturalize might be good, but I don't know. Like, I naturalized this. Like, what do we hit? Okay, so we hit a Midnight Guard. Put these on the bottom. So we cannot really combo off this turn. I want to be able to do this all in one turn, I think. And I'm pretty sure we're not dead next turn. Right? Yeah. So now we have the mana to be able to go... Well, Midnight Guard doesn't have haste. What am I talking about? Yeah. Alright, so he makes a golem. Yeah. So I guess next turn, we're just going to Midnight Guard and then slap a Presence of Gond on it. But, like, the jig is up. He saw the Midnight Guard. He knows we have the Presence of Gond in hand. Like, if he has a Galvanic Blast, like, we're going to get blown out pretty hard here. But he only has one card. He only has one card in hand. So we just have to say, like, he needs to not have Galvanic Blast here, and then he needs to not draw Galvanic Blast next turn. I'm not really wanting to block. Oh, well, I guess I could just block the Ethereum Sculptor with the Pilgrim. The Pilgrim's basically disposable. Go to 16. No play. He has red mana up. Ooh, Commune with Nature. Well, that's a pretty good draw. I think I might just play out the Midnight Guard and see what he does. I can also tutor up another Presence. The dog is barking. Hang on. Okay, the dog was barking, and it was loud, so I had to let the dog out. Yeah, so I think I'm going to play out the Midnight Guard. If he has Galvanic Blast, hopefully this will just gobble it up. Now, the question is, do I play the Presence on the Midnight Guard? If I play the Presence on the Midnight Guard, that would, like, really prompt him to Galvanic Blast it, and then we can Auramancer it back. We can also Commune with Nature to look for another creature, or we could just Pilgrim to look for another Presence. I think I'm just going to go for it. We have a lot of options if he has Galvanic Blast here. One time. Oh, alright. So Galvanic Blast, which is fine. So we can Commune with Nature here because we need another creature. So I think I'm going to do that. If we find another Presence of Gond, that would be good. Or, not another Presence. If we find another Midnight Guard, that would be good. Let's see, what do we find? So we have Heliod's Pilgrim, which is fine. We can use that to search up a Sigil. If we decide that's the right play, which it probably is. Okay, so he makes another Golem. Yeah, I've played against Affinity a good number of times, but I haven't really played against the Golem Foundry deck. It seems pretty good. Okay, so opponent attacks with everything. I think I'll probably just chump one of the Golems now. Yeah, I think that seems like the right play. I mean, it's possible that I would want to block the Ethereum Sculptor for another turn, but yeah. Okay, so I'm at 10. Ooh, so there's a Sigil. Okay. So the opponent has one card. So we can Sigil. Alright, so let's play Auramancer. I don't know if we're going to have enough mana. It's going to be close. Alright. Auramancer is in play. Where's my graveyard? Targeting, yeah, Presence of Gond is the only card in there. Yes. Okay, so Presence of Gond is in my hand. So I want to play the Sigil on this Druid. Green, white, green. Yeah, 3/5. Okay, so we should be able to get there. Right? I'm not sure if we're going to get there. I'm not going to do the math. All right. We got there. Pretty good. So now we'll see if the opponent wants to scoop here. They could not. Oh, whoops. Wait, I can undo that, right? Yeah, okay. So what I'm talking about with the misclicks. So now, like, if I misclick and put a -1/-1 counter on it, it just dies, and then we lose. So I have to be really careful not to misclick there. All right. Opponent's thinking. So they could Galvanic Blast right now in response to this ability. But I feel like if they had Galvanic Blast, they would have used it. So Yeah, there we go. All right, so there we go. We were able to beat the Golem Foundry deck, which seems pretty sweet. Affinity is just a fun deck. Like, it feels pretty good to just dump your whole hand on the table, I think. Artifact lands are crazy. Cranial Plating is banned in Pauper, I'm pretty sure. So that makes it a little bit less sweet. Cranial Plating is a crazy card. But yeah, we got there. We didn't even get to make a bunch of tokens, but we threatened to make a bunch of tokens. And sometimes that's enough. So, like I said before, this was just a test to see if my recording software was working and everything. So if it is, that would be good, and then I can record some actual draft videos and stuff. But if not, if anybody is actually seeing this, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can follow my channel, subscribe to my channel, watch all my videos, or not, whatever you want to do. But I would definitely prefer it if you watched all my videos and if you had a good time. So, thanks for watching, and see you later.